Hi, thank you much for coming back for another story reading. Miss Angela here, and today I am reading Waiting for the Biblioburro, and the author is Monica Brown. Hope you like the story. On a hill behind a tree there is a house. In the house there is a bed, and on the bed there is a little girl named Anna, fast asleep, dreaming about the world outside beyond the hill. Miss Potter. When Anna wakes up to the rooster's cuckoo, Puppy is already at work on the farm and Mommy is busy in the garden. Anna bathes her little brother and feeds the goats and collects the eggs to sell at the market. After breakfast, Anna and her mother walk down the hill. Anna closes her eyes against the sun and wishes she was back in the cool of the house with her libro, her book. She loves to read. Anna has read her book, her only book, so many times she knows it by heart. The book was a gift from her teacher for working so hard on her reading and writing. But last fall, her teacher moved far away, and now there is no one to teach Anna and the other children in her village. So at night, on her bed in the house on the hill, Anna makes up her own cuentos and tells the stories to her little brother to help him fall asleep. She tells him stories about make-believe creatures that live in the forest and the mountains and the sea. She wishes for new stories to read, but her teacher with the books is gone. One morning, Anna wakes up to the sound of and a loud "Eeyo, eeyo." When Anna looks down the hill below her house, she sees a man with a sign that reads Biblioburro. With the man, there are two burros. What are they carrying? Libros, books. Anna runs down the hill to the man with the sign and the burros and the books. Other children run to him too, skipping down hills and stomping through the fields. Oh, they are so excited. Who are you? Who are they? The children ask. The man says, I am a librarian, and these are my burros, Alpha and Beto. Welcome to the Biblioburro, my biblioteca. But, Senor, Anna says, I thought libraries were only in big cities and buildings. Not this one, says the librarian. This is a moving library. Then he spreads out his books and invites the children to join him under the tree. A moving library, wow. Once upon a time, the librarian begins sharing the story of an elephant who swings from a spider's web. He reads from books with beautiful pictures that then helps the little ones learn their alphabet. He sings A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Finally, he says, now it's your turn. Pick out books. In a few weeks, I'll be back to collect them and bring you new ones. Me too? Asked Anna. Especially you, says the librarian with a smile. Someone should write a story about your burros, Anna tells the librarian, rubbing Alpha's nose and feeding more grass to Beto. Why don't you? He asks. Then he packs up the books and is off. Enjoy, he calls to the children. I will be back. Anna runs up the hill to her house, hugging the books to her chest. She can't wait to share her books with her brother, and that night she reads until she can't keep her eyes open any longer. Each morning, Anna does her chores and reads and looks out her window. She listens for the sounds of Alpha and Beto, but weeks pass and the librarian, he doesn't return. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go read, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go draw, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who smiles and says, Go write, Anna. When will he come back? She asks her mother, who finally says, Go to bed, Anna. One night, Anna dreams she is flying over her country on a butterfly's back. How beautiful! In her dream, she crosses mountains and oceans and rivers and jungles, bringing stories everywhere she goes. Stories fly from her mouth and fingers like magic, falling into the hands of the children waiting below. When Anna wakes up, she misses Alpha and Beto and the Biblioburro's books. She remembers that the librarian told her that she could write a book, and so, with paper and string and colored pencils, she does. She's going to write her own book. Finally, just when Anna thinks she'll never see the Biblioburro again, she wakes up to hee-haw, hee-haw, and children yelling. She runs down the hill with her library books and a special surprise of her very own. I wrote this cuento for you, she says. Que bueno, the librarian says, and then he reads her story to the children under the tree. One more sticky page. There we go. When it's time to go, Anna's book is packed carefully on the burro's back, ready to be carried away over the hills and through the fields to another child who is asleep on a bed in a house on a hill behind a tree, dreaming of Alpha and Beto and all the new stories the Biblioburro will bring. The end. Awesome book. So in some places, villages are so remote and far away from big towns that they don't have libraries like we do. So she was very lucky to have this librarian come along and bring her new books, and she also created her own book, which is awesome. Have you ever created your own story? It's pretty fun, right? Because you could control the story and use your imagination to write whatever you want. So that is what Anna did, and I hope you enjoyed this book. I will see you all soon with more stories. Bye-bye.